Good morning, dear fellow archers. Today we come together to celebrate two bows. I have them here in the sleeves. They are both from Grózer. One is the normal Hungarian and the other one is the Hungarian short, both in biocomposite. I did for both extended reviews. I put the links in the description so you can see, so we don't go in all the technical specifications. Only what you need to know is I call it now the long one is 58 inches from nock to nock, the short one 53.5, so we are almost 5 inches shorter. Arrow pass, weight of the bow, you know, the long one is 595, the short one is 505. But what is important, the long one draws 32 inches and the short one draws 30 inches. And poundage wise, the long one is 54.2 and the short one is 43 at max draw. Both cost 395 euros and both are just beautiful and both got a good rating. That's the short one, I guess, because it's nicely wrapped and nice done. And by the way, both of all are from Dirk Wenzel. He bought first the short one and let me test it, and later on he bought now the long one and said, listen, test it too, and you might want to do a comparison. This sounds reasonable. This is what we do today. So as I said, technicals and speeds and all this you can check in the individual reviews. Today we simply compare these two nice bows. And I only will shoot roughly arrows with 10 grams per pound on both, so they are comparable regarding whatever handchock or whatever may be. So look at this. So you get a nice sleeve on both of them. And these are then, wait a second, let me hold it the other way around. Look, the short one, the long one. Look, it just fits nicely in there. So for the rest you can see sears same length, only the limbs are a tiny bit shorter. And for the rest it's really completely the same. Biocomposite both with sinew and horn and wood as we know it, and the whipping and the sears are completely identical. And then the width of the limbs is the same. This one is a little thicker because it's a higher poundage, obviously. Handle of both of them same, so it's completely the same bow. It's only just a little short and does 30 inches. So let's see how easy they are to string for a novice like me in the step-through method, the long one. Of course it's a little higher poundage, so keep that in mind. So because we have a flex in the handle and of course the sears, it's not the easiest task to do, but I guess. And you should always warm up these limbs a bit before, or take it slow in the beginning because this bow is really stiff. So we warm it up a bit here. And then it's fine. So, and out of the box, see, tiller the same. This is what I like on these kind of horn bows. And the bow is straight, so not too bad. Short one. Where's the string? So what I would always do, especially when it's a little colder, now like today it's only 15 degrees now in the morning or something. Always start warming up your bow so don't string it completely cold. Not sure if it's recommended, but I feel like the bow likes to do that a bit. So. And then once you're done, you string it, and always string it slow, and especially unstringing it very, very slow. It's the only thing you should keep in mind with this biocomposite bows from Grózer. So let's see the short one. It's the same flex and the same sears, but it's shorter. Let's see what it does. Yeah. You get easier around, and of course it's a bit lightweight in the poundage. So both same to string, both straight, both almost nice. So this one is a little out of tiller, but it's fine now. See, easy peasy. Doesn't take 20 minutes. So then we have description here, so I guess this is the upper part. Yep. This is the upper part. So now you can see them strong. Brace side is even the same. Look at this. And now what you see is that the short one, the curve of the short one, the curve, it's the curve, you know, it's the push. So see, it simply bends earlier in here, and then you have the normal, see here the same angle here, kind of, almost. So it's, the long one has a little less aggressive shears, the shorter one is a little more, but it's minor, as you see. And that's all the difference there is to it. Both incredible, beautiful bows, and 400 euros a biocomposite bow is just so handled for me a little too edgy, but it's like it is. The thing is, which one should you get? And then, of course, first of all, if 30 inches is enough and you don't need a longer bow, get the short one, most probably on horseback. The shorter one more easy to maneuver. If you need to draw more than 30 inches, obviously, then you go for the longer one. But if you are, you know, like me, I draw 30 inches, 29 inches, 35 inches, and you simply want to experience different bows and you want to get one of them, which one should you get? Which one is more fun, so to say? And this is what I try to figure out today. So this one feels nice, and the draw is just, it's a Grózer bow. This one, of course, a little more, has more oomph to it, but it's nothing bad. And this is so boring. Both draw is like, we need a glove. Yes, and by the way, this is from Freddy Archery, a Korean glove. Everybody waits for a review. Why shall I do a review? I have it almost in every of my videos, so most probably it's not a bad thing. And if you want one, I show you one time again. See, this is simply a glove. Has here a double thing. The only thing I don't like is that this double stitched leather is only stitched here and here not, so I put once a bit super glue, hot melt glue, but it didn't work properly. So you have here your nice, you know, and you can do with katra and string twist and whatever. It's just nice. Costs I think $40 from Freddy Archery. So review done. And now let's shoot. And we start with the short one. These are 410 grain, so we are slightly under 10 grain, and they're 32 inches, so I won't draw them fully. I don't have 30-inch arrows, at least not here. So let's see, knocking is nice. And oh, yeah, you feel it a little in the hand, but it goes away after a while. It's simply when you shoot the bow in. Nice, so it kicks and feels just nice. But now 32 inches, the long one, and a bit higher poundage. 550 grain, and we are at 54 pounds something, so a little more than 10 grain. Feels a little nicer. So, accuracy-wise, I'm all over the place in the same way, and you still feel it with those ones with 10 grain right now in the hand. Might go away, so they're still a little cold. We need to shoot more. As much as I like my arrows from Alibo, the only thing, these tips are rusty, and I didn't even do anything. I only put them back last time. They get really so. You need to protect them a little sometimes. Put some WD-40 on it or whatever, you know. Again, 10 meters. The short. Oh, I drew a little too much now. So it's easy to overthrow this bow. I almost drew 32 inches, but accurate enough. The short one, easy to feel, easy to get the feedback. So the U-knocks on the long one don't knock nice. Yeah, it's no problem. This one kicks a little more. Oof, that was a bad shot. But both short distance the same. Then let's go for the 20 meters. Let's see what it does there, the short one. Ooh, a bit low. But I think I tend to overthrow this bow. Oh. And the long one on 20 meters. Why did it go off? You really need to figure how to hold the handle. I still did not. Yeah, both a little to the left now. So the shorter one for now is a little easier for me to get the hang of. The longer one takes a little longer. 30, and there's no target on it. No, so I simply shoot and I tell you I shot a center shy. So it's really easy to overthrow this bow, so you really need to be careful. This bow does way more than 30, so now I try to hit my first arrow. Oh, too low. Needs most probably a bit more practice even for me. The long one. Ooh, too low. Still too low. Needs a bit more. So back there, and from here it's kind of 32 meters, short one. So the arrows drop a little on this distance already, 10 grain. But you compensate for it and it's nice. The long one. Yeah, it goes a little to the left, but once you shoot it a while. Short one. Wobbly. Yeah, but I draw more. Don't draw 30. The long one. Yep. I shot. This is. I want to like the short one more, but the long one, it's really. What I just realized, because I put the bows on wet hay bales, when the handle is wet it gets a little slippery, so there you need to maybe pay attention a bit. So what do I like on the short one? I like how this bow draws, and when you see, it's easy to overdraw this bow. There is no stacking, nothing, and it simply does the job. Nice. Nice. The long one is a little more forgiving, especially when you shoot longer distance. So here it minimizes the mistakes you make, or the mistakes I make, because I'm, But then drawing a little more is just nice. But this one still kicks. This one kicks a little. The short one not that much, so he needed little heavy arrows, but both of them are shot now again in the center when I don't show them. This is a problem with me, or performing. See, there, all in. But it's interesting to see it's the same, completely the same design. It's only shorter. How different a bow performs. So this one is a little more snappy, more soft, more, I don't know, overall gentler to shoot. And of course, if 30 inches is enough, then obviously on horseback this one will do just a great job. So this is no doubt about that. If you have 400 euros to spare and you want a biocomposite, ouch, this one is just nice. If you want to throw a little more and you want more this oomph, but you still want to shoot from horse, that's no problem. The handle is the same, so you can do everything with this bow. I only don't throw 32 inches with 3 fingers, so that's why it doesn't make sense to me, but for some it might. The longer one gives a little better feedback to me. So with the shorter one, it's for the first arrows a little more a guesswork. What is the bow doing? The long one tells you directly what he is going to do. So ease of use, I would give the point to the longer one. The raw and shooting, I would give the point to the shorter one. Price-wise they're the same, design-wise they're the same. So this is really the same bow, and it depends if you want to throw 30 or 32 inches. But on the other side, I show you one more time because it's hilarious. I mean, look at this, a short one, max throw 30, these arrows are 32. Look what I do. If I break it, I will pay it. You see that? Easy. You can draw this bow 32 inches. You're not supposed to, but this bow does it. Look. And then this one is, you should not do it, but I like it more. Let's shoot the heavy arrows. Nice, and they're a bit stiffer, so they fly nicer. So, if I would have to choose, I think I still would go with the shorter one. At least in this poundage, you can throw this bow easy 30, and as you saw, you can throw it 32 inches. You're not supposed to. Max throw, safe max throw is 30, but this bow doesn't feel like you stress it out at 32, so I would go with this one. But at least, as I said, at least in this poundage. In a higher poundage, it might not work that nice, but then I would go with this one. This is more forgiving, you feel more what the bow is doing, but this is more a beastie one. It has a bit more character to it. It's hard to say. So if a low bow, this is 43 pounds or something, if this is enough for you and you are maybe not completely draw 32 inches and if you go for higher poundages and you want to have really the assurance that you can draw it 32, then go with the long one. But I would take the short one. It felt, when I shot this one, it felt that I like the short one more. It's a little more beachy, so it takes a few more shots until you get the hang of it and the right arrows. My Sungurs are a little too weak spine for it, so I shot now the 300 spine and they just fly straight. So that's why always you need to get the right spine and the right weight, or at least stiffer than, but you know that all. So that's why both pretty. So, or you do it directly like Dirk and you get both of them, one in a little lower poundage and one in a little higher poundage, and then you are good to go. I mean, what sense does it make to only have one bow from Grózer, right? And unstringing this thing I just mentioned before, do it very slow. So don't let it snap backwards. So when you unstring it, do it very, very, very slow. Because this bow's compression released all of a sudden more than when the string is on. The bow might not like, and this is what Csaba Grózer said, unstring them slowly. But it's the same with the big one. Slowly. Go slowly back until really all the tension is out, and make sure that the bow doesn't flip in your hand or twist in your hand. then it's fine. But you do it a few times and then you have it. Two beauties. They look really like siblings. Nice, and I like them. So, but as I said, for me, the short one would do the job. Yeah, you need to know. I go for the short one. So again, thank you, Dirk, for sending the bows to me that I can test the long one now and compare them directly. It's always interesting to shoot them side by side because you forget how a bow behaves. And when you have them both here and you test them, then you really feel these slightly nuances. But both awesome bows are, no matter which bow, no matter in general which bow, biocomposite bow you get from Grózer is, doesn't matter, they are all just amazing. So it simply depends on which design you like and which draw length you like, and then you're good to go. And the prices, as I said, under 400 euros for a bow like this is just mind blown. So again, thank you very much, Dirk, and I thank you everybody for watching. Stay safe. I catch you in the next one.